I showed you in the last lesson how to do some facial contouring, how to make cheekbones really be enhanced, and how to make a round face look a little bit thinner. Right now I'm going to show you how to do something similar on lips without doing anything actually changing like the size of the lips or distorting them in any way. Just by using the same contouring technique, I can go in and using dodge and burn tools and make lips look a little bit fuller and a little bit rounder. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I've got this image open if you want to try it. It's my teeth, lips, brows example .tiff. You can just open this file up and take a look at it and follow along with me. And first thing I'm going to do is duplicate my background layer. And because this is going to be enhancing the lips, just going to click on lips, or name the layer lips so I don't get confused later on. And I'm going to come in real close. And I'm going to go over here and click on the burn tool. And again, as I've said before, in Photoshop CS4, they've added this great feature of protect tones up here on the option bar for the tool, and it makes it work so much better. You don't get the funny colors that you were getting before when you used the dodge and burn. So here, I clicked on the burn tool, which is the little hand, and anybody that's ever worked in an actual darkroom understands what that symbol means. The trick is to always set your exposure really low. I'm going to keep that to midtones, and I'm going to have my exposure set really low. Now, some of the things I'm going to do are going to look bad at first, and it's only until it's completely finished that it actually really looks good. So I want to make her lips look a little bit fuller, a little bit rounder. So I'm going to use this burn tool, and I'm going to go around the edges of her lips to darken them. So I'm just trying to, and I'm going to just keep doing these swipes all the way around. I don't care if I go on the skin because I'm going to clean that up later with a layer mask. So just go in and I keep swiping all around the outside edge of her lips. And now I'm going to do the same thing, and don't worry, it is going to make the teeth darker, but that's all right. I'll fix that on the mask. I'm going to go right over here and go right over her teeth, so I'm getting just the inner edge of her lips, and I'm going to make those darker too. Okay, so I've just darkened her teeth quite a bit, but I've also darkened the inner edge of her lips. Now I'm going to switch to the burn tool, the dodge tool, and again, make sure protect tones is checked up here, but go up here and set the exposure way down, way down to 8 or 9%. There we go. Now I'm going to make a little bit smaller brush with the dodge tool, and I want to just right here in the middle of her lips, going to make it a little bit lighter. And that's going to give like a rounding effect to the lips. Right there. Do the same thing here at the very top. Just clicking over and over. Don't worry if it goes too extreme. We're going to fix that. Back down here a little bit. Okay. Again, it looks too extreme, but don't worry. We're going to get to that. Next thing I want to do is put my layer mask on here. And I'm going to go back in and clean up any of the areas that I kind of spilled over with those tools. So I'm going to go to a regular brush and keep it a soft brush. That's okay, but make it a little bit smaller. Going to come in a little bit closer so I have a little more control on what I'm doing here. Make the brush smaller using my left bracket key and just go right around the edge of her lips. So I'm basically going over the skin so that her skin hasn't changed tone. Make sure I get all of her skin, any place where it might have spilled over a little bit. Okay. I'm also going to go over the teeth because we don't want her teeth to be really dark where I'd use the burn tool. Now I'm actually going to just check my mask real quick to see if there's any area that I missed. And I'm going to just option click or alt click over here on the layer mask itself. And you bring up this funny little picture now of her lips. And just to make sure that I got all the areas I wanted to, I'm going to add a little bit of black to the outside of this area right here. Just to make sure that there's nothing spilling out on her skin. Okay, good. Just go ahead and option or alt click on that mask again. And let's back out a little bit. Now, again, this looks pretty extreme. It looks like I've given her a collagen injection into her lips. But I'm going to just reduce the opacity of this layer. Let's take it all the way down to 0. That's what it looked like before. Let's slowly bring it up a little bit to where we think it looks cool. And actually, I think somewhere right around there, 55%, I think that looks good. That makes her lips look nice and full. And we'll just take a look at this before and after. That's after, that's before. That's after. See how much rounder and fuller they look? That's before. That's after, that's before. So, again, did nothing to the physical size of her lips. Didn't use liquify, didn't use warp, didn't make them any bigger in reality. I just shaded them and lightened them in certain areas to give you that effect. Cool. Oh, look, she's blowing kisses at me. Okay, sorry, I'm a little odd. Okay, hey, that's it for lips and face contouring. Let's move on to something else, okay?